Greetings and salutations, everyone. And welcome back to some more Aceattorney Investigations collection, specifically Miles Edgeworth. Because we, also this title screen's a little different now, are at episode 5, Turnabout Ablaze, Ladder of Videotapes Testimony. We got a videotape, the one that was stolen from the first KG8 incident.
Yeah.
Which would have apparently definitely got the person guilty, but it was stolen. And now we got it, so let's see what happens.
And you was now going to jail and was like, oh yeah, by the way, I didn't kill the guy. Now, so just as a heads up, I didn't kill him. You have to figure that out for yourselves. Peace. Just walks out. It's like, okay.
Just throw a monkey wrench into the situation.
Everyone's arrested now, and now there's only so many people
all
left
the crimes have been, every mystery
arrested.
has been solved, as Detective Bad said, so we don't need to...
Just need to question the person. Who knows when that'll happen, but we will see.
Bad immediately ages decades and then passes away now that his purpose is gone. Spite kept him alive. Now it's over.
Lollipops kept him going.
It's the only time a detective can retire is when it's all over.
Yes.
So now we know who the Yatagarasu really was. And yet, there remains much to this case that needs to be resolved.
Like how the weapons cross country lines, for example. The two countries have incredibly strict security systems and entry procedures. Short of a miracle, it's impossible for someone to have smuggled them in.
Smuggling them in, huh? We will need to open a new line of investigation. Just this aspect alone. Before we do, I would like to go through my evidence once more.
Time to throw out all the stuff that we don't need anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, we moved to be arranged.
Hey, there's a VCR here, sir. Now you can see what's on the tape Detective Bad gave us.
This piece of evidence from the KG8 incident, hidden from sight for 10 long years. I'll just note that this is related to the current case somehow. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please play the tape for us.
Sure thing, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Just holding a card and the knife.
This man, it's Manny Cochin.
And he's holding a knife in his hand.
This looks like footage from a security camera at the entrance of an apartment building.
Homeboy just strutted in holding the knife, just freaking drawn. Just ready to go. Go execute someone. It's like, dang.
This is how the real Yatagarasu handles things, I guess.
Oh, not really. I mean, we don't know if they called themselves the Yatagarasu or not. All we know is that they used that logo and then they took it and then did, so I guess three-legged raven, so I guess they call themselves the Yatagarasu as well. But I love how much of just a big hater move. Just like, we're gonna just expose you under your name. Take the name of your shadow government and use it to destroy your smuggling ring. Like,
Amazing.
Pretty metal.
An apartment building. How do you figure that?
Thank you. I actually viewed the summary file on the KG8 incident. And the crime scene was the victim's own apartment.
So this footage was shot at the entrance of the victim's own apartment building.
At the trial, Ms. Faraday claims that the piece of footage existed.
However, no one could have found it.
Yes, somehow. Someone was able to steal it and hide it to Mr. Honest Omano.
I could see how this would have been a definitive piece, and why someone would want to hide it.
But it's a piece of evidence from a 10-year-old case. There's no way it's related to this case we're working on now, sir.
Actually, I believe it has everything to do with this case we're working on now. The ringleader even went so far as to use Mr. Portsman to retrieve it. Which means that in this video lies a very inconvenient bit of footage to the ringleader.
Where?
It's just a still pic. No, wait.
Wait, what was that?
Huh?
That bit you just played now. Please show it to me again.
We're not going to animate this at all, so we're only going to give you 2 frames to look at.
This
Embassy car.
This is something we cannot overlook.
Where's that, sir?
Look here, Detective Gumshoe.
The flag.
This is the national flag of the Principality of Cadopia. And because it has the national flag on it, we know this to be the official government car. But the question we should be asking ourselves is, what was the government car doing here?
Miss Von Karma, Mr. Edgeworth, so you were here all this time. Slide over. At that Palpatine float.
Ambassador Albert.
Thank you very much for continuing the investigation, even at this time of night. If only I was even a tiny bit more careful. This tragedy would never have happened. I'm truly sorry.
This wasn't your fault, sir. This had nothing to do with how careful you were.
You idiot Crocus, you couldn't chase after a ship of faith. Now then, let's get down to the real reason why I came looking for the two of you. I would like you to put the investigation on hold for a while. Can you do that?
Excuse me.
Or would you apprehended the thief that turned this embassy upside down? We are in the middle of an event celebrating our country's reconciliation. You can't exactly have the police and detectives walking around here forever. They're scaring the visitors away. So I hope that you can understand how I feel.
We must finish our investigation and resolve the remaining issues.
But don't we leave the rest of the Alabastian and Babelish police?
Ambassador, you're so close. Just a little more and...
Ishvan Kama, I'm afraid I've made up my mind. And without my permission, you cannot proceed with your investigation anyway, right?
That's true. However...
As he said at the very beginning, this area can be considered to be Alabastian soil. In which case, we are nothing but foreigners in their land.
We know better than them, so we're gonna force our ways in.
Yes.
That's how Japan-California does it. Yeah.
And Fransokyo.
It's so cute.
Is this really where our investigation ends?
Shifu, we found Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Shifu, this way. Yo. Put on sunglasses.
Agent Lang, you're back on the scene rather quickly.
I lay back and took a break. I lose the scent of my prey, Mr. Prosecutor. Agent Lang, why not? Why have you returned? Because I have to solve this case no matter what. Well, I'm sorry to inform you. Don't take this wrong way. I don't suspect you personally. However, a member of Interpol was just found to be a thief, and so... under these circumstances, I wish to put your investigation on hold. After all, I believe our own police can handle things from here. They are quite capable.
Well, at this rate, our investigation really will come to a close.
Pulls out a gun. Ambassador Alba, I get it now. I really do. Oh, I'm very glad you understand how I feel. No, not that. What I was talking about is... I know who the killer is behind tonight's murder.
I just want to say, I really like how you laugh. That character. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You.
I can't do a lot of things, but I can laugh in a character's voice decently, I guess.
I see. No.
Killer.
Do you really mean that, Agent Lang? Wolves don't lie. Then who is it? Well, let me first say that I'm not talking about Mr. Cochin's murder. That was all Shiner. Ling Z says the truth lies not at the exit, but rather shines outside the maze itself. The truth is unexpectedly simple. So let me ask you this. Who do you think was Mask 2's killer? I'll tell you who. It was you, Francisca von Karma.
What? I was a killer.
So you admit it.
Hey, wait, but that's impossible.
Yeah. Although, that whip is actually quite... Yeah!
Hold your tongue as that ludicrous remark you were about to make.
It's like if she goes to jail, she won't whip me anymore.
Yeah, I think he's onto something, actually.
Sounds about a really good idea, actually. Let's lock her up.
Agent Lang, are you seriously accusing her of murder?
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to be joking.
Hey, sis, I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech. He called you into his office, right?
Yes, he did. But what does that have to do with anything?
We'll get into that. Furthermore, in order to solve both cases, you moved around rather freely between Alabasta and Babel, did you not?
Objection!
And where is your evidence that I'm the killer?
I was just getting to that. Trust me, I'll show them to you in due time. Ambassador Alba, in order for me to bring this case to a close, I'll need to inspect your office one more time. Will you grant me permission? Well, things as they are, I suppose you don't have much of a choice, do I? Good, then let's move out. Oh, and don't even think about running away, sis. My pack will be keeping a close eye on you. You can bet your bottom dollar on that.
As if I would have any reason to flee. But just so we're clear, your logic had better be sound.
If your logic is sound, I'll let you take me away. Think, damn, I guess I did it.
Because I accept nothing short of a perfect explanation.
She seems rather upset. Not that I blame her.
I expected you'd accept no less. But we'll see how long you can keep that nose of yours stuck up in the air like that.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, as someone related to tonight's case, I request that you allow me to take part. And so that I may clean up my superior's mess.
I guess I should. The more the merrier, especially when it's the peanut gallery.
Oh, in that case, I want to join in too. I still haven't seen what it looks like in Alabasta yet.
You mentioned peanuts. Oh, that sounds good. If you can, you gotta let me in too, bro. I can't sit around here and do nothing when Miss Von Karma's in trouble.
Hey, Gummy, let's have a competition to see who can save her first, okay?
Okay, I'll take you up on that. Oh yeah, I'm fired up and raring to go.
As a detective, I don't believe this is something you're supposed to be excited over.
Sounds like this is gonna get real interesting. Ambassador Alba, I'll be bringing his kids along for the ride.
Very well. But I'd like you to keep in mind that this will be your last chance.
I'll have this whole mess cleaned up before you know it. Now let's go. Wahoo! No.
Let's go.
Let's go. No.
Was he playing 4D chess here and being like, I'm just gonna accuse Franziska so this guy will let us investigate because he thinks, oh, they're just gonna arrest this chick. Okay, I guess I'll let him do it.
Yeah. It's like, well, drawn
4D chess, be like, well, we're gonna cut us off. Then I'm just gonna be like, it's her. Okay, let's let me in so I can wrap it up. It's like, okay.
Okay, now let's first go over the facts one more time. Manny Cochin's body was found over in the Secretariat's office in Babel. The weapon that took his life was one of Alabast's ornamental knives. And then the body of Damask too, Mr. Kashino, was found here in the Alabastian ambassador's office. Through our investigation, we found that the murder weapon was the Primitive statue. And that this is actually Babel's statue. This case, no matter how I look at it. Sis, if it wasn't you, then there's no one else who could have pulled this off.
Objection!
Lane, you understand the full implications of what you're saying.
Of course I do, sis, and I'm serious. You were on the trail of the smuggling ring, and you wanted any evidence you could find. And so while people were distracted by the other grassroots appearance, you snuck in here. That's when you two ran into each other. You and the other thief who took advantage of the confusion from the fire.
Objection!
Even if all that were true, how do you explain the movement of the weapons?
Don't worry, I plan to show that you're the culprit behind that too. You have permission to investigate both embassies at will. With that kind of free reign, you could easily have taken weapons across country lines. Hey now,
Whoa.
Catches her whip.
look sis, I thought I already told you, I'm not messing around here.
Disarm her.
No, this case isn't directly tied to the smuggling ring. China certainly is tied to the smuggling ring.
He's right in saying that she is a member of the smuggling ring. However, the connection between this case and the ring, could it not be deeper than what any of us can imagine?
Let's get this ridiculous circus over with already.
I know which Franziska sprite I'm putting in the thumbnail. 90% of her sprites are this pose in this episode. Just flustered and
Yeah.
mad.
Stretching out her whip.
Franziska, you need to calm down.
I did that
Because
to
you
sully
only
my whip with his hands. It is my baby. No.
Do you know how many women I whip with this?
Ew.
It's special to me.
And detectives.
Because
Go ahead.
I said, and detectives as well. Just like, whipping everybody.
Yeah. It's got traces
And
of blood.
witnesses and
from everyone.
judges and defense attorneys.
Yes.
Whipping
Truly,
all
she's
people.
just. Maybe that's why the collar is that way. Well, it's brown, but wouldn't really be brown. It'd be more like a dark red. Anyway,
Because you only know the facts of the Alabastian side of the case. I don't believe you can see the case as a whole, and therefore solve it.
what?
But don't worry, I'm taking this serious as well, and I will prove your innocence.
That's the only way to be, Mr. Prosecutor. But can you come up with anything else that can top my hypothesis? Of course, your explanation has to solve the mystery of the moving weapons as well.
Of course, and I will. Let us now delve into the truth beyond the murder of Damask II.
You do understand, don't you, Miles Edgeworth? This isn't just a confrontation against Agent Ling. If you can't figure out how the murder of Damas 2 is related to the smuggling ring, then it will mean the end of our investigation.
As long as I have no good counter-argument to his hypothesis, then the best I can do is walk this thin tightrope and see what I can do.
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor, let's get started.
Yes, let's.
Final confrontation.
Border crossing weapons.
One of Alabast's knives was used in Babel to murder Mr. Cochin. And the murder weapon in the killing of Damask 2 is Babel's primitive statue. Somehow these two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security. The only one who traversed the two countries, just before and after the crimes, was you.
So as long as I can't explain how the weapons moved about, Franziska will remain a suspect.
You got it, Mr. Prosecutor, so why don't you stop giving me a hard time? Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry a weapon across country lines? I've worked through every possibility, but there's only one that's plausible. Your boss.
Agent Lang, what I've heard from you just now is that you've lost sight of yourself.
What are you talking about?
By focusing too intently on which is in front of us, we become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Lang Zi never said anything to that effect.
Prosecutor, who do you think you are speaking about Lang Zi's proverbs like that? Cultural appropriation.
I don't need his proverbs. Because my words are all you will need to see the truth.
Oh my goodness. Okay, anything jump out at people? You just want to press stop.
Laying in his final form, just after being shot, now high on pain meds. Just
Yeah.
Random bullshit, go.
I never did look at what our evidence now is. It's 3 pages long again. Just want to zoom in on this. It's got 2 pictures. 2. Okay. And there's... oh, sorry. It's like that. We got hair sticks.
which we didn't actually look at it and say.
With the mud on the
well.
wound.
Yeah.
The mud.
Hey, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. There's dirt on it. It's totally ruining the beauty of the hairstick.
I suppose. Why is there dirt stuck on the end of the hair stick in the first place?
What could it mean? Wait, let me... all the wrong buttons. Still, that samurai spear hasn't come up yet. Or at least samurai
Yeah.
jab's gonna come up.
Yep, there we are.
There's also a guitar pick. It's wet for some
And the
reason.
samurai dogs. They're important.
Yeah, these are gonna be important somehow. Oh, that's primitive statute.
Okay, that's funny.
Oh, is there some...
Yes, it's posting.
Yeah.
I hate people.
There.
You are a person. Yeah, but I'm literally better.
Baby Francisca to young Miles. Nope.
Damn. Still
Age
separate
29.
Turned
They
out to be a
compare their
spy,
pictures
but
side by
he
side.
was still you.
Her lips got downgraded. Yeah, her same lipstick. Larry Butts is the killer.
72 years old man.
72
Damn.
years young. Oldest
Unknown
person in this
age.
game. Besides
You don't know how old the
ex-security lady.
Ex-security.
Tyrell Badge is looking tense.
He is not 60. You cannot prove to me that otherwise.
Let's
Our
just start pressing stuff.
Lollipop of the day keeps the doctor away.
Hold it!
I concur that this knife crossed over the country lines.
Good, but that's not the only thing I did. You mustn't forget about the other weapon. The knife was only one.
So you're saying that the primitive statue was also brought over by Franziska?
Like I told you before, that's the only way it makes sense.
And how exactly did you bring it over?
She hid it in her shirt. I haven't figured that out yet.
That's a rather weak statement, considering how short you are.
Maybe, but there's one thing I do know for sure.
Yeah, let's just put that.
Impenetrable? I should hardly think so.
You've seen the top of the wall between the two countries, right? Who in the world could cross over that?
That dark shape that flew over. Yeah, not even I could climb over that thing with all that barbed wire.
On any way into either embassies through the doors and the Theatre Neutralis. The only way for the knife and primitive statue to traverse the two countries is through those security camera-equipped, well-guarded doors.
It's actually pretty easy. You just jump.
Free bird.
I'm the only one to traverse the two countries. Do we want to
Show the flying blur.
Show the flying blur. It's like, what about this? It's like,
What about this secret brown blur?
behold,
There's kind of symbiote roaming around.
there's a symbiote on the
How do we
loose.
know that wasn't some guy smoking vapes?
No,
and
it's not
just
good enough.
blowing fat clouds in the sky. So,
He must be
Press
smoking like
instead
black
to see if
tar.
we can get more details.
smoking that black tar. Smoking the cheap
Was Franziska
gives you
really
the
the
symbiote.
Was Franziska really the only person to have traveled between the two countries?
According to the guards at both doors, she's the only one to go back and forth. Sis there was Alabas from the other cross you showed. And then, just before you guys found Mr. Cochin's body, she entered Babel. I think we can assume that's when she brought the knife into Babel.
Then how do you explain this primitive statue?
I haven't quite figured that out yet. However, the fact that the two weapons crossed the border proves that the killer must have also traveled across the country lines.
The only things to cross the border are the primitive statues and the knife. I should hardly think that those are the only two items, Agent Lay.
Alright, so what we're supposed to do is show something else that was thrown over.
Okay, so there's two objects, but there's more, such as the dark shape.
Such as these hair sticks. No. These are from
Yeah.
this thing over there.
True.
I don't know if we're gonna try to whip out the hair sticks yet, but there's technically something that seems to have come from those flowers that are on this side, and they ended up on the other.
Well, I don't even.
Well, ended up on her person, and she was on the other side and not this side, so somehow she got them.
So, are we pretty set with the blur? Is that what we're going with?
Well, you can try the blur
Blur,
again.
and if blur doesn't, go hair sticks. Alright, so no.
Not the blur.
So, must be the hair sticks.
And
Yes.
if not, then we are truly lost.
Well, there's still other things we can try. So.
We need Mia to show up and tell me to turn my thinking upside down. Take a
I
look
don't
at these
believe
hair
in this.
sticks.
It's all a lie.
No.
You could not have possibly transformed into that
Take a
woman.
look at these. She's like, no, I don't think I will.
How about now? The samurai dogs.
Oh.
Where? I don't know.
Well, Old Bag was in both embassies because she was the.
Well, she
Pink
was in the
samurai.
neutral zone, and then that was it.
Well, to go with the
She was
samurai
at the
dogs,
theater and
the
then on this side.
wasn't the
the steel samurai on both sides.
Yeah.
Larry. It was Larry.
Oh my god.
I don't know, let's just hit it and see if that's the answer. No, but that's because I'm throwing it at 2 items. Maybe I do go to the one afterwards. Although the way Edgeworth was talking, it really sounded like I need to show the other item that was transferred.
Yeah.
But this is a present for the embassy, so I'll try it again. No.
We could also try the guitar pick, couldn't we?
Oh yeah. Wait.
This was thrown out the window.
Well, it was on the ground on the other side, the Babel side. But that
Oh, wait.
doesn't prove that
Doy, I know what it is.
What?
The fact that the statues were swapped means both statues moved sides. It's not just one statue
yeah.
moved, both did. So just present the statue. Because
Yeah.
it's like it wasn't just one statue and a knife. It's like both
The
statues
Babel
had to have
statue.
swapped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one did you grab?
Either statue.
This one, I
Either
think.
one's fine.
That's the other one. Not the one behind us, the other one.
Agent Lang, those 2 items are not the only 2 to cross the border tonight.
Oh,
Damas 2 was killed with Babel Primadou statue, yes. But if that's the case, then tell me, where did Alabas Primadou statue go?
Babel.
Precisely. And if the 2 statues really were switched, then this means that both statues were smuggled across the border at some point. Which means that a total of 3 items were smuggled across the embassies.
I guess so. But you know what? It doesn't matter the number of items, only that the sis is the only one who could have done it. Because the only person who went back and forth between Alabas and Babel is her.
Is that really true? Was there no one else who traveled between the 2 countries? Actually, there was definitely another person. One who paid visits to both sides of the wall.
Larry Butts. No, he got across. No.
Is that really so, Agent Lang?
What a lousy time to try and bluff your way out of this. Checked out what the gods said along with the security camera's footage. You're not gonna overturn my hypothesis that easily.
But suppose there was some other way other than through the theater doors.
What other way?
The other entity that managed to cross the border unharmed.
Entity.
Suspicious blur.
If I point it out, it would open up a whole new possibility. And though I hesitate to bring this out, as long as this entity exists, the impossible road becomes a possibility.
Looks like you've got some clever idea in mind.
I do, and I can show you it through a single piece of evidence.
Fine then. Let's see this piece of evidence that'll show me this other route.
And it is the flying blur.
The
Something flew that night.
Yep.
Agent Lang, I'm sure you're familiar with this unforgettable photo.
Supernatural photo, like I said before. Humans can't fly.
No, of course not. I understand that perfectly well.
Don't start claiming that China somehow grew wings either.
I wouldn't dream of claiming that.
It'd be pretty cool though. No one let you take back what you said either. Say it again, it's not humanly possible to fly through the air without wings. You can have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosecutor.
Ugh. But how can I prove who it was that flew through the air in this photo? Wait, not humanly possible. Eureka!
Eureka!
Very well. You have your explanation.
Sounds like you have a good idea simmering inside that head of yours. Let's hear it. The face hidden within this photo's blurred, trailed chateau is...
Let's look at the picture again. I'm trying to look at the shape of it. We were talking about the statues moving. We want to say that this is the statue being catapulted through the air.
What if it's like covered in a blanket or a coat or something, and they're just being like dropped by the wire. The wire.
Yes, the wire. But
All right. So what we say the alabaster statue?
Yeah.
It's actually alabaster statue being
this one.
swapped over.
So this one.
Yes, it's Ace Attorney being like it's a statue itself. Because we were just talking about it, so clearly it must be it.
Naturally, the shadow is the third smuggled object, the Primitive statue replica.
Can't be serious.
The Antigarasu, or rather, Callisto Yu dressed up as Agent Shina, was inside Babel.
She's not Callisto Yu either. It's really a fake person.
Yeah, the spy. That one.
She dressed the replica statue up in clothes and launched it through the air.
Mr. Prosecutor. You left out a very crucial bit in your explanation.
I know I did.
She launched it through the air. How exactly did she do that?
You okay, man?
He stubbed his toe.
He's still bleeding out. Charlotte, he's still high on pain meds and just wanted to come back really badly. Just sitting here just like, higher than that flying statue.
He ain't got no resilience to it.
He's literally baring his fangs at me. But he has a point. How exactly did it move through the air like that? As long as this remains unsolved, we won't be able to move any closer to the truth. Which reminds me, didn't he say this earlier?
Hey, sis. I remember that just before Ambassador Albert went to give his speech. He called you into his office, right?
So just before the murder, Francisca was called here, right into this very room. If that's the case, then that may be another avenue I can pursue.
How to cross-examine Francisca.
In order for me to answer that question, I will need to hear testimony from Miss Von Karma.
Oh, what are you up to now, pretty boy?
Earlier you mentioned something of interest to me. You said that just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma had been in this room because Ambassador Alba had called for her.
Lagging.
Oh no.
Alright,
Okay.
seems better now.
And for that reason alone, you believe her to be the killer.
Yeah, I guess they did say something like that.
In that case, I believe it is my duty to tell her what her side of the story is.
You really think a criminal would tell us the honest truth?
How dare you? As I've said numerous times, there's absolutely no proof that I am the killer. Miles Edgeworth, don't tell me you suspect me too.
I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point in time. Which is why I would like to hear about it from you. Francisca, I feel that I still don't have enough information. Which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case.
All right. So, what would you like me to talk about?
I'd like you to please testify to your movements up until you came into this room.
Alright, let's try it your way for a change. But if what she has to say turns out to be a waste of time, I'll place you under arrest faster than you could howl. No!
As you wish.
Movements in Alabasta.
As I said earlier, I was on site to guard duty in the Alabasta embassy. After I saw the steel samurai off on his way towards the ambassador's office, I returned to Rose Garden for a bit and checked up on the security situation. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by Ambassador Alba to his office.
Franziska, I want us to make this clear from the very beginning. So what I wish to confirm is that the only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred. Is that correct?
Yes, of course.
I see. For now, the only way I can see for us to break out of the situation is to ask Franziska about her testimony in more detail.
Okay, I don't care about any of this other stuff. Just skip right to the last one, where she says he called her back to his office. That's the only part I actually care about in this room. I care about what Larry was doing. I don't care about you hanging out in Rose Gardens. It's like, what?
Yeah,
What
save
info out
and
of
ask
this?
about this.
I'm afraid she's gonna attack you. She's pressing.
She might, who knows?
At the time, Damask 2's body had yet to be found in this room. Is that correct?
That's right. But Ambassador Alba was here. One could hardly miss his rather large presence.
It's a rather large pleasure. It's like, what?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Franziska, I didn't know you were into the olds. No.
Hey, you had to get access to the embassy somehow.
That was your security detail right there. Ambassador, hey yo. I would like you to be my personal secretary for the day. But, that's how that works. No. Bring the whip.
Oh god.
A criminal say anything to get her getting arrested. How do you know how do we know you're not lying?
Thank you. Well, if you need, I'd be happy to oblige you.
Bites your finger off.
Seriously?
Like I keep telling you. When I arrived at this office, Ambassador Alba was already here. He was standing by the flower box on the windowsill, watering his plants.
Oh, I can attest to that. I remember speaking with a lovely lady around that time here in my office.
All right then, add that statement to your testimony, and let's hear some details.
So Ambassador Alba was in this room at the time, was he?
All right, now press it. You heard the boy. So he's like, hey, get more details. So press it, get more details.
For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you about something. How did you know that Ambassador Alba was watering his plants at the windowsill?
What do you mean by that?
The entrance to this room is on this side. However, the window is on the opposite side. If what you say is true, then when you enter the room, his body would have been like a wall. He would have been blocking your view of what he was doing. Isn't that not correct?
That's quite a way to say that, Edger. To say, I saw his back. It's like, I was kind of...
Yeah. Had to be fancy schmancy about it.
sit here and be like, how did you see him? His body was a wall. Just like, what?
Legacy is rubbing off on him. I suppose it was a bit hard to see around him. But fortunately for me, Ambassador Alba is not an immovable wall. I knocked before I entered, and as I did, he turned around to greet me, with a watering can in his hand. So it's only natural to believe that he was watering his plants. Right.
I suppose.
After his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. He had obtained them himself, and was going them with the utmost care, you know.
A plant and a shrub. They're all like my children.
The passion flowers and the flower box and the winter scene are growing beautifully, too. All 4 of them are in full bloom.
4 of them.
Miss Von Karma, what did you just say now?
I said that the flowers are growing beautifully. What about that statement did you not understand?
What do I not understand? I don't understand why a certain thing is the way it is.
His thoughts are scrambled.
I'd like for you to opinion that.
There's just a gas leak in this office, and everybody's spacing out.
They're losing their minds.
Elaine's just bouncing off the walls, going to 11, just being like, yelling at people back and forth, screaming and stretching out his words, and laughing all the time. Just like, what's going on, man?
My bad, I forgot to turn off the propane.
Let's add it to the rotation mode.
Very well.
Francisco, please. No. Okay, now present the flowers and the fact that there are currently not 4.
There are not 4 of them. There are only 2.
What happened to the other 2, huh?
Francisca, for some odd reason, your testimony contradicts with this piece of evidence.
It does appear that way.
I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust your words, sis.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing discrediting Miss Von Karma like this?
Yes, sir.
What a betrayal.
If you keep this up, she's gonna get taken away, sir.
And I've done is state what I saw. I have not made a single mistake in my testimony. And for this, I am still under suspicion of a murder. The number of flowers really all that important as a junction, Miles.
At the very least, there's a contradiction in this enigmatic case. One that I find hard to miss as irrelevant.
Dismiss.
Let's hear it, Mr. Prosecutor. What does the number of flowers have to do with anything? What does it prove?
I believe the answer to that will come clear after we have examined the box of flowers.
God. I suck.
There's some kind of poison in the air in this ambassador's office.
There's a poison in my fucking room. I can't speak.
Gas leak in your room. Nope.
It must be that water heater just leaking out something. Can't trust those water heaters, I'm telling you.
How did this contradiction come about? There must be something behind this discrepancy.
They're my beloved flowers. I've grown them with the utmost care. So I ask that you please be gentle with them as you examine them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I understand.
And then Okay. What do you want to look at first?
Probably the thing that they're growing on.
First, look at the flowers, and then look at the holes where there aren't flowers.
The name of these flowers, I believe they're called passion flowers.
I just only said it like 8 times. Yep.
Despite being called flowers, they are actually species of vine. They appear to be growing well, and are well supported by these plant supports.
Wait, aren't flowers like... These are flowers, right? So, like, it's actually a vine, but, like, still, it has a flower on it.
Yeah, literally a flower.
It's a vine that flowers.
So, why would that not be a flower? Like, this part is the flower. Or do they mean, like... Is there, like...
Why is a tomato a fruit?
Well, because that's what a fruit is, you know.
Because it got seeds in it.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's why.
Never forget that a banana is technically a berry. So I mean, the world's messed up, yo.
it's also a clone.
Yeah,
Bananas are
well,
clones. But
they
anyway,
used to be a fruit back when they had seeds in them.
Yeah. It turned into a weird thing.
Yeah, genetically modified to hell.
Super banana.
Yes,
Anyway, you already read this, right?
I did.
Yeah, but no matter how I look at it, looks like there are only two here to me. Realize, don't you, sis? The little lie has failed you.
No, Miles Edgeworth. How you been shut this man up for me already?
I suppose I will need to use some evidence to shut him up, won't I?
Yeah, show the evidence of the sticks.
Yeah,
Save,
I guess.
throw sticks at him.
I believe I have just the piece of evidence you require.
Oh, you do you? You have such confidence in the face of your current plight. But I highly doubt it'll last into the end.
You howl like a wolf, Agent Lang.
He just
We'll
jumps out the window.
Oh my gosh. Werewolf!
We'll see if you have any bite to back up that bark after you see the evidence.
But wolves don't bark. At least not like a lot.
They don't bark, at least not often.
Well, it's like young wolves do bark. But once they become wolves, they like barking is more a dog thing. 'Cause dogs just bark even after ceasing to be puppies. But with wolves, it's just a puppy thing.
Hmm.
The more you know. Do 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 do.
I mean, maybe if you raised a wolf with
Source,
like dogs,
my
it would also
sources.
bark.
I made it the. No, anyway, let's see. Let's go to the sticks.
I,
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
I heard it somewhere.
no.
Source. It came to me in a dream.
I'm not discrediting anything or anyone. I'm just playing this on because it was said. I'm Switzerland here. Okay.
China, who was supposedly in Babel the entire time, had these hair sticks on her that look exactly like the plant supports in this flower box. In other words, I believe it can be said that these hair sticks are in all actuality support sticks for the passion flowers.
So what? It's really all that important to the case.
Of course it is. It means that we found yet another item that was smuggled between the countries tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about it logically.
Ay.
Agent- These sticks were originally in alabaster. But somehow, they wound up in China's hands. It was in Babel the whole night. So make no mistake, these sticks were smuggled somehow, just like the knife and statue.
Very well then. I want to hear from you exactly how they wound up in Babel.
How did these support sticks find their way to Babel, and why? Must be some reason as to why they ended up here. Aha! So that's why. Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this and tell me its shape.
Just another stick, isn't it?
And so it is. But the shape of the support sticks is what is important. For when they are used with something in this room, that's when it all comes into focus.
A crossbow.
Freaking snipe the guy from the other office. Crossbow executed. Your rival through their window.
That's some skill.
That's freaking badass.
And that object that completes this picture when used with the support sticks is...
Crossbow. Just freaking went medieval on his ass.
Shit.
That's a crossbow. Wait, you're not really suggesting.
I am. These hair sticks, or rather, plant support sticks. They make for perfect arrows.
Yeah!
I've done it. I found the common thread that connects the two offices. This thread is yet to be completely untangled. Even using the arrows, how does this explain how the statues were transported? Furthermore, who could it have been who fired these sticks as arrows? There must be a common thread that ties all of these things together.
Her web connects us all.
The prosecutor, hold up a second. You do realize what happens when you tie a statue to an arrow, right? They don't fly at all.
Border Crossing Part 2.
Metal statues draped in the Atacross's clothes, then shot over here. Even if you fire the arrows from the side, they wouldn't go far with the statue tied to them. I don't think I need to tell you that the primitive statues didn't sprout wings. You're a realist after all, aren't you?
The primitive statues didn't sprout wings. Of course they didn't.
Glad you understand. I feel much better already. I was afraid for a second that you were unaware of that crucial fact.
It's only crucial because you are under the belief that wings are necessary to this equation.
But
You need to free your mind a bit more, and let it fly like a bird on the wind. The primitive statues flew, but not on a wing. Allow me a bit of your time, and I'll explain this mysterious phenomenon to you.
Border Crossing Part 2. Rebuttal.
Alright. Let's see what's the next one. Alright, let's press this.
Hold it!
But we are in agreement that an arrow by itself would reach the other side, correct?
just the arrow by itself is pretty meaningless, don't you think, Mr. Prosecutor? Because the things they wanted to smuggle were a lot bigger than nothing.
No, that's not necessarily true.
What?
What I need right now is not further discussion of my conclusions. It's a launching of my conclusions. What the shooter wanted to launch with the crossbow was not the statues themselves, but rather something that a crossbow can launch that could be used to move these statues.
The wire.
So
Yeah.
the statue was tied to the arrows, and what was? What did it launch? The wire.
Do the old wire between the offices, and then freaking zip line on.
Yeah.
Yes. Looks like a certain something we have seen in the past.
Objection!
It was a pendulum, Your Honor.
Finally. Finally, we have reached this point in our discussion. For I present to you that which is carried by the arrow from the crossbow.
I get it now, Mr. Prosecutor. I can see exactly what you're trying to say. Saying that was tied to an arrow and then shot into Mr. Cochin's office. All the way from the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy. Down to the 3rd floor of the Babylonis Embassy. What you're claiming is really what happened. I can see your Alabasta primitive statue could have been moved. Gravity could be used to move the statue down the wire from the 5th to the 3rd floor. But then, what about Babel's primitive statue? Our challenge photo clearly flying away from Babel. Going in the opposite way of gravity from the 3rd floor of Babylonis Embassy. Up to the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy. How do you explain that?
Aha! I think I finally see the gears behind this whole trick work. Agent Lang, the motion used behind this trick. I wonder if perhaps you have yet to envision how it works in your head.
Motion? Motion.
Talk about L motion. No.
This is the motion that was employed to smuggle the Babylese primitive statue.
Well, swinging, no, it's not going to go up. Bungee, that's not going to make it go up high enough. Rotary, you have to spin it. Just wrap it up and just spin it so you just pull it back up through the window. So
Yeah.
rotary is the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, so let's save. Click on it.
And what spins in this room? A ceiling fan. It's all coming together.
I believe it was done via rotary motion. If the two statues were transported simultaneously,
Simultaneously, get real. Statues will collide somewhere along the way.
did I ever say that there was only one line of wire between the two offices?
Oh my goodness.
If you shot an arrow with the two ends of wire tied to it, a circular belt could be formed.
And Z says, don't object and call a success what is beyond reasonability. Taking into account the tension difference between the two wires. Top one would sag too much to the point where the statues would collide anyway.
Agent Lang, as you know, the primitive statue is one of a kind, national treasure. And the fact that Babel's statue is a hollow replica of the real statue. It would naturally be lighter than the real one, meaning that my idea is very possible.
Thing Z says, how?
Here's what I believe happened.
Thing Z says, Reggie.
Monsieur and her mystery conspirator set themselves up in the two different rooms. The co-conspirator bridged the rooms by shooting the two ends of the wire down on one arrow. Then the two of them covered the statues and proceeded to transport the statues. After the switch was completed, another arrow was fired, carrying the other end of the wire down to Babel, where it was to be disposed of. And to do that, Monsieur hid it inside the grandfather clock, QED.
Error!
I suppose that right, Agent Ling. That I am not the killer.
Not yet, sis. I still haven't had my dessert yet. Right, Mr. Prosecutor.
What? Hey, yo.
The proof is in the pudding, as it were.
It's like I'm looking for a new assistant in a fuck ass Bob, you know, so it's okay.
You'll work, Francisco. No. Pudding is a nice dessert. So, do you think you can do it? Can you prove that what you said is what happened? Because remember, if you can't, I'll be taking a certain someone back home with me as a souvenir.
I got it.
I like Francisca. I want to own her.
That's
That's how
Wow.
we do things in Sangfa.
it's literally a pickup line. Like literally, he is going to pick her up. Yeah,
Carry you across country lines.
Run.
Only person who can deflect her whip.
Yeah, I could see it.
I'm sure there's some people who ship this. No.
Now it is grown. It was as a non-quantifiable number. No, no longer. Anywho,
I agree that as long as there is no proof, my hypothesis remains just that. However, what I have laid out is no mere hypothesis, but there is one more piece of evidence.
One more? This should be interesting. You think you have a piece of evidence that will turn your hypothesis into fact? Well then, let's see it, Mr. Prosecutor.
The thing that made it possible to create a circular belt out of the link of wire. I believe that is right here in this very room.
Right above my head.
Now then, I believe that is what made the circular belt transportation method possible.
The fan.
Yes.
Take that!
Because they both have ceiling fans.
Yeah, looks like you dropped another bomb on us again.
The last piece to this trick are 2 pulleys.
Precisely. The ceiling fans double as pulleys in this case. And thanks to that fact, there is one installed in each of the offices. The ceiling fans made for the perfect pulley set, with wire to run on.
Just losing his mind.
Freaking losing it completely. He's like, I'm gonna take this woman. He's just losing it.
Again, he's on the
What's
pain
wrong
meds.
with Wolfie? I hear him barking.
Yeah, pain meds and blood loss.
Wolfie's just fine, honey. Foster parents are dead.
Amazing.
This must be it. This is how the smugglers bypass the impenetrable security.
You really got something else, Mr. Prosecutor. I bet you figured it out already, haven't you? You know who the big hotshot that set up this real-life stage show is, don't you?
The person who set up this rather large and complex stage show needs to be someone who had foreknowledge of the existence of a ceiling fan in both of the Alabastrian and the Batley's offices. And that the passion flower support stakes could be used as arrows. The real mastermind behind this case.
Well, don't you dare make this wolf wait for his food.
Why are you so hesitant, Miles Edgeworth? If you can't say who it is, why don't you present something like you always do?
A single point of the finger here, and this case will explode into an international incident. However, it is already too late for me to stop the forward momentum. It appears that I have no choice now, but to rush in.
Okay.
Alright, maybe the flowers, because the only guy who works on the flowers is the ambassador, so he's the only one who would know about his flower stakes. So that would be their thing that connects it to someone.
I guess so.
Just for whatever reason, they're being cute, and it's like, I'm not gonna say it's him. You have to use the evidence that says that it's him. Question mark.
Well, it's like they
So-
really don't want to let you. They're not doing profile presenting in this game. They're like, we don't want to make
Well,
one.
we already did one
exceptions.
previous. Last episode, we already did one. We said Shina when we presented her as who should have
Yes.
seen.
Oh my God, you're right. Then why don't they just do
They
it
already
again?
did present. For whatever reason, they're being coy and cute about it, or it's like, oh, whatever.
Well, I guess we need to
flowers.
present our evidence.
Take that!
The smuggling could not have been possible without the use of the crossbow. Furthermore, the arrows that were shot by the crossbow were plucked, as it were, from the flower box in this very room. They were planted so long ago that the passion flowers had long time to grow so big. But Miss Von Conner didn't even notice the arrows when she visited this room today. On top of all this, the fact that the culprit knew that both offices had ceiling fans tells us that the person had very detailed information on the embassy's layout. So as you may have already guessed, the person I am accusing of hatching this plan is the person who grew the flowers in the flower box with the utmost care. Thus, it can only be you. Curcris Alba.
Are you out of your mind, Miles Edgeworth?
I'm certain of what I'm saying. I'm sure that he is the culprit.
Tell me, Mr. Prosecutor. What was the ambassador trying to accomplish by doing all that stuff you just outlined? Why in the world would he need to use a trick like that?
I understand your need to doubt me. However, there is one thing that stands out to me as very odd.
Just one thing, huh?
The one single end result Ambassador Alba sought to obtain. If we were to examine the focus of this complex trick, I believe we will find out the answer to everything.
The statue.
Yeah, like the one that was brought there, or the other?
Yes, this one. Let's do the alabaster statue.
I would fully understand the reasoning had the situation been in the reverse. However, to go through the trouble of swapping the real Primadou statue for the fake, I sense a very shady reason for such a bizarre action.
That's why would
Yeah, if
you
it's
want to
hollow,
swap
what's
out
in
the
that
real
thing
one
that
for
you
the
want
fake?
so much? What's inside that hollow thing? I guess.
And who better to ask for that reason than King Primadou himself?
I see. Ambassador, we'll be examining that statue now, with or without your permission.
Okay, it's got the blood on the back.
Brent.
I guess we can look at the bloody print again. Start.
Saw that, but I might as well try it again.
These are Mr. Cochin's fingerprints. The fact that they are on here suggests this statue once belonged to Babel.
So it was smuggled from Babel to Alabast, huh?
Why was there a need for them to smuggle it?
Right, so now let's look at the head.
Yeah, there's like, I don't know, something on there.
Oh, yeah.
Rip his head off.
Well, we'll see what it says. This guy kind of looks like the Steel Samurai, don't you think? Maybe it's because they look alike that he was picked to be the Goodwill Ambassador.
I suppose it's possible. Take a look at this area around the base of its neck. Looks like a gap.
Hey, you're right. Maybe it's meant to be some kind of secret.
Perhaps it's possible to open the statue from this gap in its construction.
What?
Hurry up and open it, Miles.
Alright, here goes.
Wow. It's the print.
Printing plates.
Oh my god.
Wow, it really did open up. Hey, what's this thing that fell out?
I believe a more thorough examination of it's required.
It's just like floating there now.
It's like a candy statue, obviously.
What in the... is this?
Hey, is this what I think it is?
It's a plate for making counterfeit bills.
Somehow, it appears that we've, at long last, arrived at the exit of this complex labyrinth. We finally hold within our hands one of the counterfeit money plates, and the reason why the replica was smuggled into Alabast to begin with.
Yeah, we found it.
So like I'm shutting down this operation, so taking you out, and then we're swapping the statue.
The Primadou statue can only be handled by the ambassador of the secretary or the secretariat.
This old man's got a big heavy statue he's gonna beat you with.
Beat Master Mask 2 with. Can't believe Ron Delight is dead. Oh wait, never mind.
And the replica is nothing more than a hollow shell covered in gold. These two circumstances make the statue the ideal object in which to hide contraband.
Been
After
funny.
receiving the statue,
Go ahead.
was gonna say it'd be funny if they just used actual Master Mask and straight up just Ron Delight was just murdered in this game. It'd just be like freaking rip.
Yeah, that. Good thing they didn't, though.
That would be. I would respect it if they did though. I'd be like, dang.
People can die in these
in the spin-off timeline wise, it's like freaking within a couple months or whatever of the freaking trials and tribulations, and then just gets freaking murked.
Guess crime really doesn't pay.
Crime doesn't pay. He got away with being a criminal that led to his death. Phoenix led him to this. Got him off and let him die.
My dear Desi, I'm so sorry. After receiving the statue containing the counterfeit plate from China, the ambassador had the misfortune of accidentally running into Damask II. Surprised by the thief, the ambassador raised the replica statue at Damask II
End his
Then-
life.
Then, in order to frame Steel Samurai of the murder, he covered the samurai sword in blood. Well, Ambassador Alba?
You're the leader of the smuggling ring. My country is a mess. And it's all because of you.
It's Pinocchio's fault. You're the one who killed Damask too.
I think it would have been easier just to throw Homeboy out the window and then hit him with a blunt object. So it'd be like he tried to escape out the window and just fell to his death and died. So he would have been able to not pin a murder on someone, have it be this some fat Damask faker who just failed in his crime and just died.
Right.
Answer us.
I never thought that you would figure things out to this level. However, there was one point I disagree with you on. The head of the smuggling ring was Mr. Cochin.
Quit screwing around. I have no sympathy for someone who would try to pass the guilt onto a dead man. If there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that you're the real ringleader, Crocus Elba.
Such a quirked up old guy. No, not good to speak with such subjectivity, you know, Agent Lang.
Subjectivity, my conclusion is anything but, and it's the result of logic and investigation.
Logic and investigation. Only seconds ago, you were ready to arrest Miss Von Kama. I don't think we can give such flip-floppy logic any real weight, do you?
Looks like you still don't get why I came back.
Excuse me?
You see, the reason I came back is so that I can sink my fangs into your wrinkly old neck.
Pulls out a gun and just kills him.
The very beginning, my real target has been you. What?
Agent Ling, I demand an explanation.
Sorry, sis. I didn't mean to put you through all that. I knew you were innocent from the very beginning.
To go good. Who was doing 4D chess?
That's
and
why
not
I was
just
being so
an
weird
idiot.
about everything.
Yeah.
I do want to
too.
take you back to my country, though, but we'll talk about that later.
You should do it, Francisca.
This whole incident I've meticulously planned and prepared for. So naturally, the occupant of this room, Ambassador Alba, seemed the most suspicious. But without the ambassador's permission, we couldn't get in to take another look around.
Ah, so that's why you put on this big show to accuse Franziska of the murder. Using Franziska as the bait, you were able to gain us entry into the investigative rights.
Yeah, if I hadn't done that, I doubt the ambassador would have given the okay to poke around.
So that's what all this was about. Very well, I will forgive you. But in exchange for using me as bait,
Yo. No.
You will take some responsibility and help us find the truth.
Take some responsibility. I didn't know you were Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that. Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, right. Of course.
Yeah, of course. Anyways.
Agent Lang, for giving me such a great opening. I think
All of my soldiers are my children. All of my men are my own spawn. Don't look at my age. Don't think about it. No.
You know, I just knew, Mr. Prosecutor. Somehow, if we were able to find some proof by investigating this room, that you would be able to figure out the real culprit with your special brand of logic, TM.
the evidence dictates. Detectives collect it combined with the logic of the prosecutor. That's just as it should be in a prosecutor-detective team, right?
Finally learned to let prosecutors do all the work. No, just like everyone does in America. No, I don't know about all that. One thing I do know is that I'm itching to see an old man get what's coming to him.
Oh, you're quite scary when you want to be, aren't you?
Hey, you were the one who was planning to use me to push all the guilt onto the sis. Fortunately for you, you misjudged me.
Agent Lang, I wish for you to stop trying to intimidate me. What we need right now is evidence and proof. I wonder if you have what is necessary to prove that I am the head of the smuggling ring.
Objection!
Don't be such a sore loser.
Just confess, let's go home.
If you really are the head of the smuggling ring, then you should acknowledge your crimes with dignity.
Dignity? I'm a politician. There's nothing dignifiable about this. No.
Nothing more than a foolish and sincere display of strength. If you really wish for me to acknowledge my crimes, I would like to first see some of the thing you call evidence. I tell you, I knew nothing, really. I didn't even know that a counterfeit plate was hidden inside that statue.
Objection!
You swapped a real statue that vested in your country the authority to rule for a fake. It doesn't make any sense that you didn't know anything.
Doesn't make sense. Where doesn't it make sense? Can you prove that it doesn't make sense?
He's really got us.
Damn, you really hit us with the no you.
Turned the entire situation around against us.
It's amazing how much an Ace Attorney that the no you just works so well on people.
Yeah.
Because nobody does anything within the letter of the law. Everyone's just always just doing stuff without any legal precedent. Where if you're like, well, you do this then. It's like, damn. They got us. Phoenix, prove how they did this. It's like, you're the prosecutor, you prove it. It's like, oh. Dare you tell me to do my job.
Amazing.
Theme of old.
The proof that Interpol has been after, which points to this man as the ringleader. If we can somehow find the proof now, then we see to it that justice is finally served. Is there nothing I could use to break this case wide open?
Yes, use the bad evidence.
Yes.
The trump card in the videotape. With those two items, we might be able to finally bring this man down. But the card is evidence from a case that Mr. Faraday hid away in secret. And the tape was stolen by Detective Bad from the police. They're both illegal evidence. No matter what, a protector of the law can't be allowed to use such pieces of evidence. Needless to say, we've unkarmas are commanded to achieve nothing but victory. And by any means necessary.
His friggin' lore, his character development in this game is gonna be to do the become Von Karma and use the illegal methods. It's his character arc. Because be like, sometimes you arrest the bad guy, you gotta bend the rules. So that was big arc leading up to this is gonna be right here now.
This is not character development, it's character development.
Nice.
Character
So I don't have any more lollipops, so time to stick a chapstick in my mouth. No. Only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the court. That's what we thought at the time.
I no longer follow the path of Manfred von Karma. And I won't follow the path of the Atagarasu.
I'll forge your own path, the prosecutor's path.
This leaves me with what? What creed will I believe in?
What am I fighting for?
If I want to pursue the truth, then I will sully my hands in illegality. And if I want to pursue justice, then I will lose the truth. What is the law, and what is justice?
It's a breakdown.
Which path is a prosecutor supposed to follow?
Prosecutor's path, if you will.
That choice is one I must make on my own. And here and now.
Oh my goodness, the biggest
Use the trump
decision.
card. Taking this old guy down.
Yeah, if we don't use it, we just lose.
If you don't use it, he gets away with it all. He hits the no-yo and then Gritty's out of his office. He's like, now get out of my freaking country.
So use the trump card.
Yes.
Okay.
Or else
guys.
Bad went to jail for nothing now.
Right.
There is no limit to the law. Any limit that exists was set there by man. When a person goes beyond that limit, then the law too crosses into new territory. For what reason were laws invented? The answer to that is what I must now show.
We're here to bring people to jail. So,
Yes.
let's do it.
Ambassador Alba, I wonder if you might recognize this.
Oh, I wonder what that card is. I've never seen that before in my life.
It's a directives card, used by the leader of the ring to relay instructions to his subordinates.
Oh, is that what it is?
This card was sent to the real culprit behind the KG8 incident 10 years ago. A man by the name of Mr. Manny Cochin.
Oh, so why do you have such a card in your possession?
Because it was hand-delivered to me
Personally.
by a certain great thief, the Yatagarasu.
Yashigarasu gave that to you? Don't talk nonsense unless we're serious, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you have any proof that the card contains directions from the ringleader?
I'll have you know that the card is not the only thing I was given.
What?
This contains security footage that was shot just before the start of the KG8 incident.
AG8 incident?
I don't know your American bullcrap.
The card and the video. These two pieces of evidence are what will seal your fate.
Oh, very interesting. Must admit, I'm very curious now. Very curious indeed of these case-deciding pieces of evidence you presented.
The prey the Yatagarasu has been chasing all this time now stands before me. I can't allow this man, who has had free reign for 10 long years, to simply walk away. Now is the time for me to bring to fruition the valiant spirit that was given to me.
Goodness. Teleport back down here because we need to use the video. Player.
Now
Flaming
let's
Husband.
use the VHS player.
What is the interesting thing that you wanted to show me?
Quickly push him outside and be like, he's on American soil, get him! Kidnap political leader. No. His Lang just plays with his fingers in his pocket.
The trump card and the videotape.
Let me look at that card and that tape again.
He has the card, and we got him getting out of official country vehicle.
Yeah. Second one is the first image.
I assume, unless he like did his duty and then came back and got picked up by it. They said he came out of it, right? So that's got to be the Sith. And then this has just blood on the back. And he has it in his pocket, so we got blood. Well, it's holding it, so we got blood on it. We need to kill. Anyway.
These two pieces of evidence together make for the ultimate hand. And this is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be realized. Detective Gumshoe.
This one's for you, Pops. No.
Yes, sir.
What you see here is security footage shot just before the KG-8 murder occurred. From this footage, we know that the card is a directives card from the smuggling ring. This is the section that proves that the card was used to relay an order.
I mean, the card?
The fact that he has the card with him, yes.
Yeah.
That would be...
I don't know what else would be
He
asking.
wouldn't just be walking around with it if it wasn't giving him directions.
As you can see, Mr. Cochin is holding the card in his right hand.
I see. The killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it. But the card and the one you have, just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are, does it now?
Oh, but there's a very easy way for me to prove that they are, in fact, one and the same. All we have to do is simply take a look at this.
The blood.
The blood.
Blood.
It's dark red blood. Yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders on this card were played out in the terrible tragedy. The blood belonged to the victim of the KG-8 incident. With a bit of DNA testing, we can very easily verify that as fact. If you have no objections, then I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage. This car that passed by in front of the victim's apartment building. It's an official Cadopian government car.
What?
Detective Gumshoe, if you could please magnify the footage.
Detective Gumshoe, enhance.
Oh my goodness.
It just
hands
turns to a completely different angle.
How the hell did I do that? Damn, the quality got better.
Whoa.
I really did enhance. Holy shit.
This area of footage directly links the smuggling ring with Cadopia.
I mean,
The thing in the mirror.
Or is it the fact that he's got the black card in his pocket right now?
Maybe.
we already pointed at the card, right?
I'm just looking at what's in the mirror, but what's that back there?
I don't know, it's like a Cadopian badge looking thing. Cadopian thing.
Alright, so what's the exact question again?
It is this area of the footage directly links the smuggling ring with Cadopia. So
I would
this
say the
is
fact
having-
that he's in a Cadopian card and he has the smuggling instructions in his pocket in the car, so you know that he's officially here with, but I still say the card in his pocket, that we're proving that he got it from Cadopia because here he is in the official
it's a
government
present
car
thing,
with
so
it.
what do I present? The card to the card?
No, you just present and then that's it. I think it'll just do it.
Well, yeah, maybe you're
Yeah,
right.
see?
The shape of his pocket, and the director's card in it. It tells us that without a doubt, this person in this car is Mr. Cochin.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Verifying that it's him in the car and not just a Cadopian car passing by. That's like, no, this is him in it.
Right.
The license plate on the car was also captured by the security camera. And with it, we can easily find out who was sitting in this car on that day 10 years ago. Which is why I can say with confidence that you were riding in this car on that day.
Oh my goodness.
I've done well, boy, to make a dish for. However, about your claim that I was riding in the car at the time, that's going to be mighty difficult to prove.
Final form.
His final form.
The war general.
How so?
The Principality of Ctopia no longer exists. So naturally, all records from that time period are also no longer exist.
That arrogance. What he really means is that he already erased all traces of them.
Are we finished here, boy?
The only weapon I have left in me now is this piece of footage.
Luckily, he's fingering his badge right here just to show you. That's like, oh yeah, that badge. That's clearly in the reflection here.
Yeah.
It's like the medal. His war medal.
Something to use against him.
Right there.
What the? Ambassador Alba,
Yes, what is it?
you were once an army man in the service of Ctopia. And it was you who made the many missions you participated in successes, correct?
Why the sudden backhanded praises, boy? Although, to be sure, the brilliant medals on my breast were awarded to me during the era of Ctopia. But now I'm the only one who owns this particular medal.
In that case, the only person it could be who is sitting in this car is you.
How do you figure that?
But the medal captured here in this footage, it is clearly the exact same medal as the one on your chest.
Destroyed him already.
Face just breaks off.
He really is Pinocchio.
This is how it will be, but I won't look back. For this is the path that I have chosen.
Prosecutor's path. You've moved me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me?
It's almost looking possible, isn't it? For the lot of you to have come this far. Looks like I just might lose our little game this time. You might lose the game this time. You don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador. Is that a fact? Very well. I've decided to confess and admit my guilt.
You're going to confess.
And I will accept whatever punishment that may come as a result. What the? According to the Master 2 murder, I admit I did it out of self-defense.
You're claiming that it was a justified self-defense.
The Master 2 attacked me, and I felt that my life was in danger. If I hadn't done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him. What a pathetic performance. I'm not giving you one.
Wow, you two really know how to laugh at inappropriate times.
If you wish to claim it was justified self-defense, then we will need some evidence.
It's always the evidence with you, isn't it? If that's what you require, I'll provide it. That man left a mark on me when he attacked.
What?
I don't particularly want to show it off, but this is the proof that it was self-defense. I'm an old man, and sometimes I don't pay enough attention when I should.
But the Master 2 didn't have a single weapon on his body.
Backhand.
Hold on, it's not going to get worked over because I hid the weapon.
You hid it.
I'm sorry, but as you know, a murder is a murder, even if it is self-defense. I couldn't let it become public, seeing as how I am an ambassador. the weapon you seek. My special bonsai trimming shears.
Oh, it's covered in blood.
He was trembling quite badly during our struggle. That's when he grabbed the shears and was sitting in my office and attacked. So you see, it was an act of self-defense.
Is he right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Since he has both a wound and the weapon that caused it, it's enough to declare it so.
Stabbed myself for fun. No.
Totally justified self-defense. No way.
Oh, which reminds me, I guess there's still one more accusation I need to resolve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all of that is my secretary's doing. I had no knowledge it was going on. Knuckle back! Stop spewing nonsense. You're trying to throw all my investigation under the bus in your desperation. You want to get real honest? Everything in this case can be connected to you.
The murder of Damask 2 was done in self-defense. In my trials, no man escapes his crime alive.
Perhaps so, if you are my opponent in court. However, there is one very important fact I think you may have forgotten.
And what is that?
That's what you mean. Extraterritoriality. That's right. This embassy sits on its effective Alabastian soil. The trial which should be held will be held in Alabaster. Therefore, the crime I just admitted to will never be tried in your court.
Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this?
Agents investigate. That's their job. The judgment of people who have confessed to the crime. That's the court's job. I've already confessed to all of my crimes, Agent Lang. Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even on your country's soil, therefore. No matter where a crime may take place, it will never stand trial in one of your courts. That arrogance and your expression. It's nothing like the face of someone who's ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me you have your own country's judicial system eating right out of your hands. These crimes you all speak so seriously of. To me, this has been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of this embassy with your accusations. But it's no big deal. It's all chill. Alabash has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world. All you would accomplish is you would change the backdrop of our little game.
These 2 layers of protection that extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he is one of those who cannot be brought to court.
You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and fetch your eviction papers.
Is there nothing we could do?
To be continued.
Just leave it there.
It's almost over.
Ladder.
He who is above the law.
Ah, diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic community. It's just been revoked to shoot something. Everybody in this game who's cool goes to jail.
Indeed.
Well, everyone, if you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
Adios.
Ayah!
Ay, ay, ay.